thinking now, oh, what I should do. I got to decide. Just waiting here on the likes of you, my Thursday child. I face the music that I hear in my head as the night rolls by. Sound of a drifter lost to the road, trying to reach for the sky. Gotta get on the road, got a long way to go, gotta get on home. Gotta get on the road, got a long way to go, gotta get on home. So nothing lasts, and I can't change. I've been this way too long. Love burns so fast. When you see the flame, you gotta let it shine on. God only knows it's hard to find a place to belong. And as you grow, gotta find your way. You have to move on. So I go my way like a shadow at night, like a name on the web. I'll sail away to an ocean of love.
Just another stop on the Deli corridor. Got myself a chili dog, Coke, and about to get ice cream at the next place. It turns out this is a pretty efficient way to dry out your socks after a rainy hike. Just gotta be careful not to burn them. Good morning. It's actually sunny this morning, heading out. We got dumped on at least an inch last night after I hit the shelter. Yesterday was 11.5 miles because I really had two options. Stop at 11.5 miles where the shelter was, stay dry, or try to hike out to the next shelter, which is 14.5 miles past that, and get soaked again. We didn't see any camping options in between and far out the app, so we chose just to chill. We had a fire, dried out our socks, shoes, and everything. And knowing today is a great day, beautiful day, hiking out now and trying to get as many miles as we can, because tomorrow we're getting dumped on yet again. So I'll see how far I can get. Today's a little bit of a tougher hike, but I think I could squeeze 22 to 25 out of it. That's where I have to go. From here. So I have to decide how I want to do it. Do I want to saturate my feet? Or do I want to try doing it barefoot and fall in? Decisions. Well, the rocks weren't as slippery as I thought, but the current was pretty strong. I decided to go through without shoes on, and I made it. I got my shoes around my neck, barefoot. Well, if New York didn't present enough obstacles on its own, this fell across the trail. Had to be today or last night, because we come out to this power line right across the trail and a tree in the road. So New York, New York. So this is a welcome change from the boulder climbing and stream crossing and mosquito swatting that I've had so far in the entire state of New York. They have to give us a bridge to cross over I-87. Well, I guess given everything else in the state, perhaps they don't have to give us a bridge, but luckily we have one. I-87, also known as the Thruway, is the easternmost north-south interstate in New York. And the last one north-south that I crossed before I get into New England. I will be crossing 84 probably tomorrow or the next day. There goes Martin Broward. So I'm going to cross the interstate and probably do another 5 miles today, or as much as I could take. I'm about to go through a cave. Just one more thing New York has. Let's see what's in the cave. This is pretty cool. Alright, gotta put the camera down. Well, I put in 17 and a half hard-earned miles today in New York. It got easier once we got into Harriman State Park. But man, New York's been tough so far. About to be picked up by my uncle. He's coming down on this road. I told him where I'd be. And I'm getting off trail for a day. We're supposed to get even more heavy rain in this area. So, time to head indoors for a day. See you guys later. So I'm over here at my Uncle Clay's house in Pomona, New York, taking a zero. We've had a great time today. And he just made me this for dinner. It's like he's always been a hiker and doesn't know it. This is gonna be awesome. Good morning. I am back on the trail today after taking the day off yesterday due to more heavy rain. And you can still see the remnants of the rain here along the trail. It's not along the road. You can see how the leaves got washed up, and there's a stream running along the road. Oh, there goes the deer. So I was taken very good care of by my Uncle Clay over in Pomona, and he got me as close to the trailhead as he could. This road is blocked off coming the direction I'm walking from. It's not blocked to the south, I guess, or to the north rather. And so I do have some trail closures ahead on Bear Mountain which is about 5 miles ahead of me. And I heard you could get by it, and they're letting through hikers through. But if it's unsafe, because we had even more rain since I heard that news, then I'll take the road walk detour. But I'd like to go up Bear Mountain because I could see the New York City skyline from it, supposedly. And that would be nice. The goal today is modest because I don't know what the trail's going to be like with all this rain. And I just want to cross the Bear Mountain Bridge over the Hudson River. And that'll be a nice goal. That'll get me within 45 miles of Connecticut. And I can start to think about New England a little bit more. But before then, I still have 60 miles of New York, 65 miles of New York. And it should be pretty interesting today. Weather's going to be hot, but that's good. It'll dry some of this water up. Ready to have a good hike. Good morning, Mr. Vulture. I think you're a turkey vulture. Let's see what happens when I pass you. Now just walking behind you, buddy. So you're okay. I'm not gonna bother you. You're pretty cool though. Okay, so I just passed the 1400 mile marker, which is a pretty significant one because it sounds like you're 2/3 of the way through, because the trail is 2198 total miles, so 1400. Hey, look at that. I'm talking and there's a, I don't know if you can see it, there's a doe up there. Anyways, I came across the detour. A little fawn right in the trail too. It's not like I have ADD, but this is cool to see. But the detour seems serious enough with the additional rain that they blocked off the old trail. It's okay. There you go. I'm just going away. See, they're over there now. And fawn right there. You're okay. The detour seems serious enough where I should take it, which is a shame because I won't be climbing Bear Mountain. But I did climb the mountain before Bear Mountain, and I could see that it's pretty hazy and I wouldn't be able to make out the skyline anyways. So I'm going to take this detour like I'm supposed to and rejoin with the trail in a couple miles. They did nail white blazes to the tree here, to the trees, so I'll be able to follow this trail just fine, I think. Okay, onward and upward we go. So I'm currently on an off-ramp for the Palisades Parkway, which is closed up in this area because of flooding. So right now it's the detour for the AT around Bear Mountain. But Palisades, you know, I've heard of it and I don't live in New York, so it must be pretty busy. It's like Walking Dead down there. It's pretty wild what's going on up here as far as flooding. But I'm still on this detour. I think it ends soon. And they're just hauling stuff off. And I'm going to get back on the regular AT eventually and cross the Hudson. Wild. Well, there's the Palisades way down there now. I just made a climb and a half. The thing about this detour is you don't know when the climbs are coming, so that kind of slapped me in the face. But I think I'm at the top now. Oh, would you look at that? There's Whack. I'm going to catch up to him. Well, here I am taking a version of the Bear Mountain detour route. I actually could have stayed on Seven Lakes Drive, the main roadway, I saw this little trail kind of cut across, and so I'm using it. So far, so good. It's a little bit of an adventure. It's an interesting day. This should bring me out to Bear Mountain State Park in about a mile. And from there, I should be A-okay. We'll see how it goes. I think that's my first look at the Bear Mountain Bridge. I'm taking this Yellow Blaze Trail as a detour, hook back up with the AT and go across that bridge. That bridge was my goal starting the day, so things are going pretty well. A lot better than they could have gone. And so I'm just going to keep going. It's still before noon here, so I might have myself a pretty decent day. So it looks like what I did here brought me back to the AT. I think I see some blazes right here. Yeah, this is Bear Mountain State Park. It's all closed. So my detour didn't have me miss anything. There's no views at the top because of how hazy everything is. And nothing's open. So it would basically just be a PUD. And yeah, everything worked out. I'm gonna get back on the AT, cross Bear Mountain Bridge. Echo! I am on the AT right now. About ready to cross the bridge. Tried to find a bathroom, but for whatever reason, it's locked. They must want you to go in the woods. Well, I think I'm on the trail here. It's been a little confusing with all the detours and stuff. I had a detour through Bear Mountain Park on a Blue Blaze. But this is the Hudson River. And this is Bear Mountain Bridge. So I crossed this and I'm out of the detour zone. It's a pretty cool railroad bridge down there. So I'm gonna mosey on across and see what happens. There's the bridge that I just crossed. Had to make a decent climb to get up here. It's actually a Blue Blaze that's a little longer than I'm used to taking, but I figured it'd be worth it. And it is. I was just over there too. That's where I was at. Rejoined the AT from the detour, Bear Mountain State Park. So we're making some progress here. I'm getting some nice views. We're going to continue onward a little longer today. Maybe another 5 miles or so. Who knows?